The umpire holds the ball aloft, and here's Brett Beston to get us underway for the first term in the EFNL match of the day.
So a sun-drenched East Ringwood Reserve. What a superb day as the first hit out goes the way of Roval, and it's going to be wrapped up. So that early sort of feeling out period that we often see in these games. Ashwood taking the ball, but he couldn't really do a lot with it. Up it goes. Used the head out going the way of Roval. They made a good start in the ruck. Bollock's in there, but he can't. So pretty tough and willing. Getting up there was Mitchell Shrook. He's the other one of the brothers. Up it goes, coming over the top, winning that one again. It's in the hands there of Mark Smith.
The only thing I will say is they just can't afford to make poor decisions when they, after all that hard work in their forward 50 when it gets there.
There it goes again, Henry into the ruck. They've got about, interesting that he's playing in the ruck because both Weatherall and...
really do that much wrong. The tackle was correct. I think it was the other Roval player.
So nice goal, and it's put East Ringwood in front. It's a sort of day where you could have a bit of a shootout as the ball was tapped forward there off a Roval hand. It's always in the hard stuff, Bollock. Such a tough player. And built like the proverbial as well, as Henry gets a tap that time. Knocks it down to a teammate who's wrapped up. The umpire says we'll have a ball up. Let's take it down to Chris on the boundary.
Henry's just off for a quick breather, boys, so I expect Riley Weatherall to be doing the rucking in the meantime.
Okay, we saw Hannon Mundy do a bit on the ruck last week as well, so he could also be another option if they decide to go to him, but Roval have got it off half-back. Nice.
Since you crossed the Tasman.
So that'd be the Bass Strait rather than the Tasman as the ball comes in. Almost as geographically challenged as I am, Ray, as the ball goes going the other way. He's going to New Zealand. So umpire to throw it in. Up it gets lots of height on the throw-in as the ball that's in Weatherall. He's now gone into the ruck with Henry.
On again.
Yeah, something like
that. Have you tried turning it off and on?
After 45 minutes, waiting. Ball back in the middle now. Four-point lead to Roval as they'll go for the clearance as well. Nicely done there by Clark. Little handball out. Schoenmakers on.
Well, it's Roval played the perfect game so far, Ray. They really haven't given East Ringwood much on that outside run that they crave.
Yeah.
Schoenmakers got the tap out that pulled the mark down. There was the man who's kicked the only goal for the Roos, Remy McLean, who not afraid of having a bit of a fly here and there, is he, Remy? As the umpire throws it up. Fox got the knockdown. Roval at the stoppage. Little quick kick.
And it goes. There it is. Umpire's been getting nice height on the throws today. Up it goes. It's working his way to the front. There was Henry juggling the footy. There was Waitman.
Mentioned for Roval that they found themselves out the back. They just want to be able to hold their lines.
So back under waves. The head out goes the way of Henry, but there's a whistle. So thanks for joining us. Radio Eastern 98.1, and of course Facebook and YouTube. The free kick goes the way of Roval, and they go out wide. Bit of a dusty kick, nice hands by Schoenmakers, and he gets a teammate running down the flank.
Lead South Croydon by 1 point at quarter time. It's a very handy lead by Baldwin, 4 and a bit goals over Vermont. Mitcham bouncing back against Berwick. They lead by 8 points, and of course, fair in those other games as you go local for your footy in Premier Division. We'll bring you the other divisions very shortly as the ball's deep inside the forward 50 for East Ringwood, trying to break their way inside Park. They've just bounced out and kicked an 8-goal opening term, and they lead 52-9 over Forest Hill. A 10-point lead to Kilsyth over Warrandyte. Waiting on scores from Croydon North, Emlock and Whitehorse. Pull your finger out. We need those scores coming through. Free kick to Roval in the back pocket.
You'll be waiting all afternoon for scores coming from there.
So they switch out towards the back pocket. Nice mark taken over there by Verrill, Callum Verrill.
In the third quarter.
Gee, that won't last long.
Well, Carlton are just a rabble. There's no doubt about that. Anyway, back to this game. So much more entertaining as the kick goes forward. That one out there, Big Fox.
They did very well to get him out of the contest, actually.
So the umpire to throw things up, get things restarted. Norton, little handball around to pick.
Just in front of us. Let's get into Jared on the boundary.
Connor Waitman, he's gone through his run-throughs. It looks like they're being very careful with it, but it looks optimistic. He's preparing to get back onto the ground.
That's good news. So there's going to be a free kick here, much to the delight of the East Ringwood faithful. And a bit of how's your father on the ground here. In fact, it's going to Roval. Schoenmakers it as he gets the pass off. Now they go towards the arc. It's gone right over the back and it's been knocked out of bounds. But that's a good result for Roval.
Look, once again, they moved the ball really well when they got the ball on their terms.
So up it goes in the middle. I can officially report to you that the sun has gone down low enough so that we can now see. Diving it up there was...
The umpire didn't want a bar of it. and he'll come in and ball this one up just
Boundary.
outside the 45. Let's cross down boundary side to Jared.
East Ringwood really starting to own the corridor now. Brolick with a snap.
Brolick with a snap up towards the top of the goal square. It's going to bounce.
So we're no closer to knowing who's going to win this one. It's been a tight one so far as the umpire throws it in again. Rucks go at it, or they wrestle each other as Brolick in the end gets it and just thumps it forward inside 50. East Ringwood player getting the front spot. Has he got the free kick?
Pulled out.
Well,
The chook raffle isn't finished yet.
They must have won the chook raffle since because they're going a little better.
Well, I thought that was a shallow throw in, but the umpire said it was a free kick. A little handball there by Kinsella. It was chopped off by Tyson Schrook, and over the boundary line it goes for a boundary throw in. Got some division a little bit further ahead of what they are. It's 11 scoring shots to 5, so they've had double the amount of Roval as the kick goes up towards the wing position now. Not going to pay that. Multiple players touched that one.
He was about the 5th or 6th guy with it, and he's gone, yeah, it's mine, I marked it.
Yeah, that player was Norton, and I think even Henry tried to sell it as well. A little fresh air shot from both players, a bit of shepherding, so free kick going the way of East Ringwood, and everyone stopped, but the umpire said it can be advantage.
East Ringwood are controlling the football at the moment.
So back in the middle.
They deserve their lead.
Long way to go though. We're not calling it yet by any stretch as Schoenmakers gets the tap that time. He's in a centre clearance for Roval and they burst away. They've got a chance to
39-2-56 to 4-2-26. Upper Gully up by 31, 6-7 to 2 straight. And Sylvan up by 16, 9-7 to 6-9.
Ball back in the middle. Is there a chance for Roval to square it all up at half-time? Schoenmakers did well. Picked the ball up from the ground level up towards the half-forward line. Davey at the fall of the ball. He had good lateral vision. Kicked it out wide. It picked up nicely there by Edwards. Back in just outside the paint of 45.
That was the other long sleever, Mitch Keedle, with the smother over there.
No need to correct me. You still got to bring your late note as well in there, Jared, as the ball goes over. I'm panning out, boys. A quick tip from everybody. Who's going to win? Ray?
I'm sticking with Roval.
Rash?
East Ringwood.
Take it away, Besto.
So back in the middle, it's a hit out that's won by Roval, and Schoenmakers was on the ground. And the umpire just short of the forward, well, right about the half-forward line, says we'll have a stoppage.
So the umpire throws it up now. Henry will pay that one too, but Schoenmakers nearly brought it down. He laid a good shot.
10 degrees.
Been beautiful there all week, Raymond. Blue skies in the morning, and it goes dark by 4 o'clock. Schoenmakers front spot. Will knock away.
Shortest day of the year.
Yeah, winter solstice.
So what does that mean? What, the sun goes down earlier, does it?
Sun goes down early and it's the longest night tonight. You can sleep in, Lee.
As if.
Who doesn't know the meaning of that word? The kick goes out wide for Roval. Eichhoff made some space and he can take off a bit here, and he does just that. Kicked it out of bounds on the side.
Just with the sun getting a lot lower, boys, all of these East Ringwood forwards, when they're leaning away from their goals, they can barely see anything. It's something to keep an eye on.
Thanks very much, Chris. Doing a great job.
2. Ferntree Gully getting spanked by Upper Ferntree Gully 61 to 19, and Sylvan 11 points up over Knox 10-8 to 8-9.
Well, they've had reward for effort. The Roval Hawks. McDonald goes inside forward 50. Nearly about had to go. Verrill did very well. Got the handball away, but he coughed it up. Charging through in there was Walsh. Got the handball away. Out wide now. Linking up well. Here's Weatherall. Weatherall set sail for...
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, he could be in next week.
Best on ground performance in the Magoos.
Yeah. So back in the middle. Watch this space. We might have to do the Forest Hill game next week if he gets a start as the handball goes over the top. Checking your...
Waiting for players to clear the way here. It's an 8-point lead to the Roos. All up, 16.5 gone. 98.1 Radio Eastern all afternoon. Streaming live on around the world on YouTube and Facebook. Schoenmakers. Henry over the back. Down to Brolick on the right boot. Bouncing football.
64. Blackburn 9-3, 57.
So good contest out there as the ball is thrown in. It's Schoenmakers who gets to the front spot. Good work, he knocks it down. Ball bouncing around. Oh,
Carlton kicked 5 goals, 5 in the last term. North didn't score, but they still won.
Freeman will be very happy about that as the ball goes up. Got a wrestling in the ruck. Schoenmakers gets the Davey, I think it was. He got the head out on that occasion.
Only 10, 8, 56. Berwick, 7, 4, 46.
It goes to get another hit out there, but it falls into the hands of Market Smith, who sends it forward.
9:45 leading South Croydon, 3-3, 21.
Liking that little bit of 20s throwing on these scores this afternoon.
Montrose up by 17, 5-8, 38. Bayswater, 3-3, 21.
Ray's just
Good
up
call,
the-
Ray,
up
good
the
call.
table in one of my ears.
All I'll say is you win, Ben.
Mooroolbark, 7-4, 46. Only 16 points up to 6-6, 42.
Going to be a secondary stoppage in the middle of the ground, heading for a great finish in this 1-2-point game. Run by Davey out of the ruck, knocks it down, and as they try and pick it up, so really difficult one to call now. It's become very, very interesting. We're just coming up to the fact we're just in time on in this third term. Henry got a knockout over the back, but it's fallen for Roval, but it's been intercepted, and they'll go inside 50 again. East Ringwood.
And they'll bring the ball back into the forward 50 for East Ringwood.
So Mundy goes towards the pocket, and I think it's probably going to go out of bounds. It's still a no pitch till it stays in over there. Now that stayed in. Little handball back, nicely done. Coughlin's a bit of a shocking one. And in the end, it's a gone out.
54 leading Ringwood, 4-7, 31.
So umpire to throw it in. Danger signs for the East Ringwood side. Now it's in the hands of Schoenmakers. They should work their way out of this. There's the kick forward.
9, leading Waverley Blues, 6-8, 44. That'll make Spider happy.
Interesting scores. Umpire throws it in. Delaney chasing. Down late for the sorry.
We saw.
I was about to say late breaking news flash from Chidside Park.
Okay, the ball's right in front of us here from the stoppage. Here's McDonald, took off to the races, up towards the half-forward line, over the back.
Because they're all starting to get on top and generate those clearances for Roval, and Anthony Brolick, of course, as well.
You boys keep saying who East Ringwood in this. You've got to remember Lockie Wine and Mav Taylor aren't in this race.
The umpire holds the ball aloft and he's ready
to see better.
to take this away.
First set out of the game goes the way of this quarter try, so it goes the way of East Ringwood. Taken the tackle, so East Ringwood got to respond. Roval came superbly in that third quarter and they jumped out to 15, but really came far from over the edge. Schoenmakers going up against that. What comes out, my it's up there like it just brings it forward and bounces all good.
Side there in Martini, who really has come with the burst in this second half and been one of the main players to get Roval in the position that they are at this stage. Schoenmakers got the knockdown. Once again, they go inside forward 50, playing from behind that Tom
Straight, 42.
Gee, that could be a big opportunity.
Some close ones.
Forward.
Pye throws the ball back in now. Schoenmakers once again. It's just been like clockwork. Training drill styles.
He finished up with the footy, but can't get it clear. And the umpire says we'll leave the ball up just outside the 50-metre arc. Up it goes again. Edible and Schoenmakers go at it. Schoenmakers gets the tap down that time towards the bound. Another stoppage by the looks. This has been a pretty ugly quarter. There's been a lot of stoppages, a lot of free-flowing play. As we said before, Roval won't mind this as it's taken into the...
It's exactly what Roval want.
By Mundy.
Mulgrave, 10-7, 67 leading Ringwood, 7-8, 50.
So knocked down again, and finally they did get some clear air this time, up and under, inside 50. Can someone get on the end of it? No, not around about the centre.
Mulgrave, 10-7, 67 leading Ringwood, 7-8, 50.
Right in front of us here, the ball is thrown in. Over the back, Schoenmakers, who's just second half has just been unbelievable. Got it away away. Martini equally as good out there towards his teammate in Clark, who toe poked it.
So, Roval's got it under control at the moment. He's running to find 4 goals from somebody, which you think the way the game's going at the moment is a massive ask. Nicely done by Schoenmakers, got the front spot. He's the kick down the line. It's a one-on-one contest, not marked, but still, Roval will be happy they've got the field position. Nicely taken by Farrell, he's been great. Gets it back.
Move by East Ringwood going into this game undefeated. Roval showing them that any side on their day can take it up and beat the premiership favourite as that ball comes out. Nicely done. Clark got the receive handball from Edwards and knock on worked out beautiful.
And what have East Ringwood got? The day is almost done for them with 15 minutes played in this last term. It's going to be a bridge too far. Not too many to pick this, but they played superbly in the come and throw it up again. So wake up call for East Ringwood. The guys are unbeaten for a while, so when you have a loss, it just allows you to reset, I suppose, if you look at it like that. So
Falling up now by 65 over Vermont. 18-15, 123. Vermont 8-7-55. Mitcham 14 points now up on Berwick. 11-11, 77. Lord Nelson. Berwick 9-9-63.
So he kicked from it was into the over Davey. Breaks one down the ground, like I could see.
Blackburn now up by 14, 13-7-85. Game over. 70. And Noble Park 10-10, 70 lead South Croydon 6-8-44.
So without going the way of Roval as they go inside 50 again, it's going to be a bit too far. Keatle comes back and takes them up.
It was the last time Vermont lost by last year.
Jared Bean, all the system has gone out of East Ringwood moving the ball and just kicking the ball forward and taking
Very well. And you've got Jesse Uncle. You don't have much of a shot. Well, half acre and Cal cost me about that.